Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
This is the Ding Ding Podcast. Your hosts are Marty and Lo. Let's pod.
Put your headphones on whenever. Don't want to hear on, want to hear off. Fucking legendary intro. We're recording.
Foxtrot 999 over.
We're recording.
We are.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ding Ding Podcast. This is episode 16. And this little 3-year break in between episodes. We got UFC 300 tonight, so special edition coming back. As usual, I'm your host, Marty, a.k.a. NBA Youngboy, Potty Next Door, John Podson. I'm here with my co-host,
Oh no!
Lodo. Looks like Latifi. I don't know if you move like Demetrius Johnson anymore. You might have taken on more of a Wonder Boy persona in your old age.
That's my old stage.
He was 27 when we last potted. This guy's 30 now.
My gas
And,
tank is still shot, as you can see.
Yeah, we got another one of we got my childhood bully here on the ones and
On
twos.
the ones and twos, you already know.
Slim, how you doing, Slim? Thanks for
Spin
joining
the block,
us.
kid. I'm about to grab my water.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hit the drop.
That shit's fire.
The caucastic casual. So he's here for the casual takes because me and Lolo get to get in the weeds. He might keep us on
He's
track
the
a
Mike
little
Perry
bit,
of
bring a
our-
new perspective to the pod.
Mike Perry of the pod.
Yeah, he doesn't say the N-word though,
I'm talking money shit.
unless he's tweeting.
So let's get into it, bud.
Yeah, before we get into it, how's the last 3 years been for you, man? I was listening to our old pods, and we were living together. It was COVID. It was lockdown.
Fuck yeah.
Weed just got legalized in New York during our last pod. So, it's fucking crazy,
We've been
man.
living, dude. We are no longer roommates.
Yeah.
We were fucking shacking up. You know, the potty next door just had a whole different aroma now. But everything's the same shit. I'm fucking 30, man. Feel like Wonder Boy.
Yeah, how
feel like you
how have you
will.
grown over the past 3 years, man? What kind
Dude.
of advice do you have to your 27-year-old self from the last pod?
Dude, fuck everybody, you know? That's all it is, dude. Just keep
Because if you
people
think
close,
about it,
man.
I'm the age you were during our last pod.
Yeah,
you were
man.
27. Now I'm 27.
Yeah, but you're fucking...
You're old as
crushing
fuck.
it, dude. I still hit hard, though. Power goes last.
Power fades last.
This is
yeah.
like if Jake Paul and Mike Tyson did an interview.
Yeah, dude. Last time we potted, Tyron Woodley just lost his 4th UFC fight in a row, and we were talking about what would happen to him after the UFC.
And he
And
shut the bed.
we thought he was gonna go to Bellator. He ended up fighting Jake Paul twice.
Getting slept once.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Since we cover all things before we get into UFC, we got boxing between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. What do you think about that?
Yeah. It's tough for me to see being a big boxing guy. I was always a bigger boxing guy than a UFC guy and MMA guy. So it's just weird to see, you know, this fucking... The Disney boy putting on a show. That motherfucker could fight, though.
Yeah, back then.
Jake Paul got hands, yo.
Definitely a big, strong kid.
But he was
knockout
also on
power.
Disney Channel, you know?
I think he just knocked out Ben Askren, or it was leading up to the Ben Askren fight, and we all were wondering if he could beat Ben Askren. That's like laughable now to think.
Yeah, I
he could
won
beat
money.
Ben
I put
Askren.
KO in the first round. He didn't make it. He got slept in the first.
And we also have still in boxing Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal coming up. How do you like that? I feel like those two guys way better boxing because with the kickboxing it didn't go so well for Nate.
I mean,
when they fought for the
they don't
BMF
stop the
up.
fight. Nate was turning up. You know, I'm a Nate rider till I die because Stockton motherfuckers.
Yeah, he got kicked in the head hard by Masvidal
Yeah.
that fight, man.
He ain't dropped though.
But
If this was a real fight, you would have been done.
yeah, you can't even fucking win the belt they made for you.
Can't even win the belt, the mage player.
So we got UFC 300, so that's why we're back for a special edition because this is probably I wouldn't say the most exciting main card of all time, but top to bottom probably the most exciting card of all time. If I had to say, from top to bottom prelims,
You know what?
like
That's
we
the
basically have
second
two
time I
main
heard that.
cards. We have a champ fighting on the head, like an ex champ fighting on the headline of the prelims.
Prelims.
Yuri.
Is it consensus the
Yuri?
best card ever?
Like top to bottom. There's
Top to
arguments
bottom.
about it being the best main card
It's the best card ever.
because
me.
top to bottom.
One
We
champion.
basically have
We
pretty
have
much
We have 5
on the
champions
prelims.
on
Cody Garbrandt, ex champ on the prelims.
Davison Figueiredo,
Figueiredo,
Yuri,
and that's it.
Holly Holmes.
That's a prelim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and technically
Kayla
Kayla Harrison
Harrison.
is a champ out of all of them. How much money do you think she's making in the UFC? Because she was making
Probably
$1 million
like-
a year for the PFL.
She didn't take a
So
pay
Slim,
cut.
this girl Kayla Hillerson that's fighting in the prelims. It's her first UFC fight, and she was like the best PFL fighter. And PFL is a bracket style MMA league, so the winner of each division gets $1 million at the end of the year, and she won like 5 years in a row. So she was basically just making $1.5 million a year fighting, and now we're wondering what her UFC deal would be.
Just
And
got
last time
on.
We saw someone outside the UFC fight their first fight.
Michael Venom Page, we watched a couple weeks ago fight Kevin Holland.
Yeah,
and he beat the shit
and
out
I
of him.
bet against him, thinking, "Oh, it's his first
The
UFC
UFC
fight."
guy.
I was fucking wrong.
He got pieced up, kind
And
of.
he out Kevin Holland everything Kevin Holland is usually
Yeah.
good at. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, this guy's just a better version." Of
He made Kevin Holland kind of look like he wasn't that good at striking.
Can we count the amount of champions on the prelims?
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready? Davison Figueiredo, Cody Garbrandt,
That's champ on champ right there.
Jessica
Champ on champ crowd.
Andrade. 3.
Andrade, champ,
Holly
yeah.
Holm.
Holly Holm.
You want to count Kayla? You could count Kayla.
Aljo.
Aljo. Yuri.
Yuri. So what's that? 6 champs?
Dude.
CTE.
This is the best card put together ever in the nation ever.
So, so they're doing the 300K for UFC 300 bonuses.
Dude.
How would you feel if you were Yuri getting bumped out of the main card for Bo Nickel, and now you're not getting that 300K if you have a highlight fight?
I'm sure he could still get it.
You think Dana
They
would hook him up on the back end?
They'll definitely put on.
I
But
do feel like it's more smart though to put Yuri as the headline at the prelims and not Bo Nickel, because you'll get that whole wrestling base to buy the main card just for that. Where you'll get a bunch of people locked in to watch, because you know Ratchik and Yuri, they're gonna kickbox
Yeah.
each other to death, and that's gonna bring people in.
my
right
thing
before
with the
main
whole
card.
300K bonus, now people are abandoning their styles
Yeah, they're just
to
gonna
go
go for
for
highlights.
this.
But you can get
Crazy
fight of the night,
highlight.
like
You can,
I
but you got
bet
people.
you think that goes to probably easily Justin Gaethje and Max.
If Calvin Cater, Aljo fight, you know how they are. Calvin's gonna just go crazy.
Yeah.
It's a fight. Stick to your game.
Because I bet you
You're next for
Calvin
a
doesn't
title.
really even think he has to. Like he's probably just gonna go for Gusto.
Dude, he has to.
Because I don't like you still believe Aljo is as good as the Aljo that fought Corey
No,
Sandhagen?
Calvin Cater, fucking till death, nigga.
Yeah, it's really hard seeing these guys go up in weight. We'll have Aljamain Sterling coming up in a weight, and Figueiredo. And
He already fought at 135 though. He fought Rob Font. He beat him in decision,
yeah,
but
and we have what's his name, Max. Is that an official move to 140 to 155, or it's just he's coming up for the BMF belt?
I think he should go back down. He's the only one I see giving Topuria a shot.
Because that's kind of why I was against this fight being a Gaethje Max Holloway, because it's like it kind of puts a halt in both divisions when you have two guys meet for one of these kind of like more exhibition fights, where like there's no implication, like title implications of this fight, which kind of sucks.
But that's the thing. He has a title waiting for him. They both have titles waiting for them if they didn't take this fight.
Yeah.
You go down to 145, you fight Ilia Topuria, Gaethje fights Islam for the belt, and everything's good.
As a casual, Slim, how do you feel about the BMF belt? Does that make you more involved in the fight mentally?
I think Lolo brings up a really good point about them maybe reaching. As a gambler, first it changes the way I bet for sure.
Yeah.
Why does that change the way you bet?
I'm thinking knockouts.
Oh, because you think they're gonna try to prove the bad motherfucker thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
But
just-
but does it put like more weight on the fight when you see a made up belt kind of being put on?
That changed a lot for me.
Yeah. So how about we get right into the fights? Did we have anything on the early prelims? Probably nothing crazy, right? Did you see anything on the early prelims?
Jim fucking Miller.
Well, yeah,
fucking
that's
Miller.
the regular prelim. So we'll start at the first regular prelim. Davison Figueiredo, Cody Garbrandt. We know from our first 15 episodes that Lolo doesn't learn anything from his experience, and he's riding with your boy.
Cody till I die, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro.
What holes do you see in Figueiredo's game where Cody will? I can't say that.
Big balls.
You
But,
know,
Pause
you
that
just
shit. Pause that shit.
You gotta find the holes, you know.
You gotta find the
No
holes,
Diddy.
man. It's the only way to finish.
Dude, Figueiredo gets hit, dude. But he's like a truck, you know. You gotta just beat him up, even though he's the hammer.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I like
hard. It's
seeing
hard to
these.
explain.
Holy shit. Big balls. Big balls.
He's
Yeah,
like,
pause
it's-
at the door, but I like seeing these guys that are sucked down, like get a chance to go down.
Pause that shit. Pause that shit.
But no, I think Biggie, he beat up the shit out of Rob Font,
He did.
and he was killing himself to make 125. I mean, Cody's been on a couple fight win streak though. What has he got? He has two. He knocked out his last fight.
Yeah.
And he won the last fight before that decision, right?
Yeah. You know, he's fucking. He's been through the ringer, dude. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
12-0 champ, and now you're fucking. What is he? 14-5.
Yeah, big respect to him because he was getting trashed for like a solid 2 years straight, and he found a way to pull himself together and string together some
he's
wins.
A fucking stud. Fuck Davidson.
But it sucks that when you're one of those guys that was a champ earlier in their career, and you try to make those type of comebacks, like you have no easy fight.
Once you get knocked out, you're never the same.
And they're not giving you any handouts. Like he's got to fight Davison Figueiredo now,
dude.
Do you guys have any big underdogs on the prelims?
Jim Miller, I would look out for.
I want to talk cash.
You want to talk cash here? I'm calling Holly Holmes.
Holly Holmes, that's the girl fighting the girl from the PFL.
I'm gonna check right now.
Can we get lines up? That line should be on ESPN.
And what is?
Bro, I'm telling you, I won money when I bet on Holly Holmes to beat Ronda, and that was even bigger money than it was now.
And what is
Holly Holmes is plus 340.
Kayla Harrison?
It's good money.
Judo
Harrison is minus 430.
What was the last judo badass tried to go fuck around with Holly Holm? Remember her name?
Yeah.
What was her name?
Ronda.
Fucking Ronda Rousey, CTE mama.
Got kicked in the face.
Oh, did you see that interview with her the other day? All right, so
oh, dude, she was.
If you didn't see it, there was an interview with Ronda Rousey the other day. So she is still like the most egotistical probably person in fighting. She still can't admit that Holly Holm beat the shit out of her. She said she went in with brain damage into the fight and that she was out on her feet the whole fight and that's why she got knocked out. And she's doing this like 10 years later.
Would she have brain damage from getting her ass?
She said she
fell down some steps.
Yeah, she said she fell downstairs.
Oh my god.
You got punched in the face for a living, dude. You'll be all right.
And then she said, and I know for a fact that I'm the best fighter of all time in any combat sport.
Wow.
And I went back in the clip to see maybe they skipped like women fighter like just to make her look bad. No, she said that shit. And even that's arguably, I would say she probably is like she's like the Conor McGregor of women's MMA.
Yeah. I agree with that, but what Amanda did.
Amanda is easily the best fighter. And one thing she always never brings up about getting beat up by Holly Holm is that shortly after she took a fight against Amanda and Amanda fucked her up.
Didn't sleep her, but she was
messed her up. And
drunk.
It's crazy. We would respect her much more if she was like, I had my run in the sport and it was a different time.
Yeah.
And then
you get beat. People get beat. It's
Holly.
cool to get beat. Who cares?
You saying you fell down some stairs.
Not too much on Ronda.
Not too much on Ronda. Respect.
Man.
We love women's MMA.
Plus 340 on Holly is my
plus 340.
I'm
yeah.
not taking pod notes. I'm taking personal gambling notes over here.
And not to skip over. So we also got
we got more fights, but that Jim Miller fight.
Jim Miller, Bobby Green. That's the
plus
second fight after Davison
Jim
Figueiredo.
Miller's plus 150.
Sparta, New Jersey.
Sparta,
so this guy
plus-
has fought on UFC 100, 200, and now he's gonna fight on UFC 300.
He's got to do the thing.
Yeah. I mean big Jersey.
Big Jersey.
Plus 350. We like it.
He's plus 150.
Plus 150.
Holly's
plus 340.
Plus 340.
Yeah.
150 though, solid odds for Jim Miller. I mean, Bobby Green's a dog, but you see how these guys with good jiu-jitsu and good scrambling striking, like Islam. Well, I guess you can't really compare Jim Miller to Islam. But.
We know how,
berries and oranges,
how
whatever
do you
they
feel
say.
about jiu-jitsu and its priority, its role in MMA right now.
Well,
are you siding with the guy because their jiu-jitsu is off? If their jiu-jitsu first, is that a red flag?
It's kind of like having knockout power. Like you could catch someone in any position pretty much. So it's like just like a big guy like or not a big guy, but Cody. He has the touch of power where in a scramble.
Personally, for me, I don't think you need jiu-jitsu to be
Salute.
in MMA.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're great at jiu-jitsu. I just, you have a good wrestling base.
Yeah, and Bobby Green is good wrestling.
And you're a kickboxer.
Yeah.
That's your perfect platform.
Yeah.
If you could submit a guy, makes your job 10 times easier.
Yeah.
But, opposed to just throwing hands, you could punch a guy in the face 115 times in the fight and it's fine. Opposed to you wrap your arm around his neck and you put him out. But it has its pros and cons, I'm a big guy. I love jiu-jitsu. It's cool. Charles Oliveira is my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Most submissions in UFC.
Yeah.
But then you go,
you do a mix.
Yeah.
You
can't be a one-trick pony.
I think leaning on anything is about.
You go back to what's my boy's
Unless
name?
you're Alex Pereira.
Pam Oliver. All right, Back to you, Pam.
Top
Back
five,
to you, man.
top five one-trick pony fighters.
Top 5 Olympic pony fighters. Here we go. Ryan Hall.
Chocolate.
Rampage Jackson.
What was his trick? Did he even have like a good trick? He was just a haymaker.
Carnage.
Yeah. Branding.
That was like when they used to have remember the old cage fighting series where it was saying description Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter. That's like a Kevin Holland Kung Fu.
Kung Fu,
That's
yeah.
Inspire. Kung Fu Gangster. Ben Askren, another one.
Ben Askren.
There's a bunch of one-trick ponies. They can't do much. Darren Till is terrible off his back. Terrible on the ground. He's got hands. He's a kickboxer. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I guess
you gotta get these dogs. Like Hamza, he's like
he's kind of
not super great with the hands, but he lets the motherfuckers go.
that's what's good with the wrestling too, is that you can really throw your hands because you're never worried about getting taken down.
Exactly.
Who do you have in you taking Bobby Green or you taking Jim Miller? Let's fucking put our nuts on the table here.
I'm going Bobby Green hard.
Bobby Green, right? I mean, it makes the most sense. But I feel some UFC, some 300 magic brewing. And if that gets rocking, a big upset on the early,
It's too good to be true already, you know? It's like, come on, you know?
oh,
I'm sure he loses, he's retired.
yeah. I mean, he's probably only.
To go the other way around, though, I'm a narrative guy, man. Like if there's money in this shit, and that's the better story, then that might be it.
He's probably only taking this fight so he could say he fought on 100, 200, 300. How do you feel about the controversy about him getting into the Hall of Fame?
What controversy?
They don't want to put him in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Oh, because he never won a bout and all this. Probably the most fights in the UFC.
A lot of guys across
Doesn't
sports.
Gaethje have a belt?
Intern.
Intern. And I put him in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
Yeah, why should that?
If he fought,
It's not a factor in other sports. Like guys make the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
without chips all the time.
yeah, and there's a lot of
Not greatness, you know?
I think Daniel Cormier is a big proponent about not putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but DC, who?
So why wouldn't you?
Tate.
Especially when you give that much of your life to an organization. Like this guy was probably making $30,000 a fight when he first started and shit in the UFC.
30 grand if you want.
Yeah, 15 and 15.
15 and 15, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no
true.
health insurance.
And then we got your cousin fighting Marina Rodriguez.
Oh, my fucking son.
Son.
That's John Denard.
You ever check out
her by
OnlyFans or
finish.
what?
Does she have one?
Yeah.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I got her by finish. However you want to do it.
Yeah, it's actually a funny thing, right? She got fucking knocked out by the Jan Shorty to get into this.
Oh,
For her to get
Jan's
into this
now.
how did she knock her out? Did she elbow her in the face?
I think so. Or his body straight.
she dropped Andrade's pad, folded her in half. But yeah, Brazilian on Brazilian crime. Marina Rodriguez, I don't know. I don't think she's that great.
She's definitely like top notch fighter.
There's just always one girl that's better than Jessica Andrade. It sucks for her, kind of. But she's too small, probably. She's just short.
Yeah, Jessica Andrade has that syndrome. What is that? You get so close. Well, Jessica Andrade was champ, but
Yeah.
she always gets
And
so
she dropped
close.
Rose on pad and changed her life.
Yeah, she did.
That was one of the scariest knockouts I've ever seen.
Don't talk about my girlfriend.
Yeah. How do you feel about that fight? I'd never seen someone more pumped than when she knocked out Zhang Weili.
Dude, I fucking shit the house. I won like fucking $1,000.
She drunk kicked her in the face?
Yeah, Rose is my favorite woman, female fighter.
Rose?
Yeah, I'm a big Rose guy. That's my. That Rose!
I'd probably pick Mackenzie Dern because
Yeah, you like her for
probably
other
very
reasons.
technical.
Her mount game is very. I love Tracy Cortez.
So she was Fez.
I'm trying to be north south with Tracy Cortez. You already know.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah. Your boy Uriah Hall. Is he have a fight coming up? Or Uriah, what's his name?
Uriah Faber?
No,
Uriah
T-City.
T-City? Brian Ortega?
Brian Ortega.
CTE, baby. Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. He won his last fight. But I don't know. He's never going to be champ in that. That's another one-trick pony.
Yeah. Who?
Uriah Ortega.
Brian Ortega. Yeah. He only has, his jits is sick, though. He almost.
It's crazy how.
Alex.
Yeah, it's crazy how the UFC is like that. Like he was 1 second away from being champ, and now he's
got hurt against
name.
the boy he just fought.
Oh, his knee
Naive.
gave out, right?
Yeah,
And
then he fought. This was that rematch.
Luckily, we didn't go to that. That was in Long Island.
It's fucking Long Island over here, ma. You got any mozzarella sticks? Jalen Turner. Rah.
That is probably going to be low-key one of the most exciting fights on the whole card. Because Jalen Turner
Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker and Renato Marciano have been talking shit.
Jalen Turner, Renato knocked out Jalen Turner. I mean, Dan Hooker, right?
No, Dan Hooker beat Jalen Turner. He broke his hand in that.
Oh, he beat Drew Dober.
Yeah. That's my dog.
And Brad Riddell, back to back. He submitted Brad Riddell.
Yeah, he slept the fuck out of our boy. That guy looks good, dude. Pause. Wait, actually, resume. Drew Dober.
Yeah, Drew Dober's fucking Crimson Chin.
Yeah, he can bang my girl if he wants. Who you got in that fight, Jalen or Renato?
I like Jalen Turner, man. There's something about him. He's a dog.
Yeah.
He KO'd Bobby Green and beat Dan Hooker back to back.
He didn't beat Dan Hooker.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
Fact check.
Yeah. Dan Hooker, Australian. Oh, like a dingo baby, a little chicken and Joey.
Jalen submitted Brad Riddell to him.
There you go.
I think
about Brad Riddell, right?
that's going to be one of the most exciting fights of the night for sure. I had no idea who was going to win that fight. I think Jalen Turner's got more hype behind him. But
I think he beats Renato, and then Renato's been talking shit on the mic. He's so funny, dude. He's so hilarious. These Brazilian guys are learning what they're gangsters.
it is fun.
They're fucking be having me.
It is fun.
I think I'll say something like that, dude.
One thing I don't get is I hate when how like Joe Rogan asks a question to the guy, then he holds the fucking mic up to the interpreter. The interpreter says everything to the fighter. Then he holds the mic up. The guy says everything in Brazilian, and then the interpreter says everything. Every Brazilian fight winner takes like an hour to do the interview because you have three guys.
That was the whole ordeal about they don't like an American fighters or if you speak English, you got a better road to. This is hypothetical. This is allegedly what people say around. On the UFC and the MMA community, that if you don't speak English, you're gonna have a
You get English
tougher road
unless you're
on your way to the belt.
pariah. And is that it for the early prelims?
Those are the early prelims. And then you got your boy. I heard you say you want Sif to beat my boy.
Bro, I was listening to our last pod and I was still heavy on Sadiq. Yeah.
He's pretty cool looking, I guess, if you want him to be cool looking. Bro.
Because remember we were pod and he just fucking beat Andre Fille and then he was fighting Brandon Allen and Allen beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And that's when I was wrong on the pod.
But this fucking guy, bro, Diego Lopez, I put money on.
And he beat Edson Barbosa his last
Pat
fight.
Sabatini to beat him, and I was like, all right.
Yeah,
he beat the fuck out of this guy, so I've been riding with this guy.
The guy's got the worst haircut in the UFC too.
Oh,
I just want to slap him in the mouth.
The fucking horse, hair.
He's got the
It
name.
looks beautiful. It looks like a spirit.
Yeah, he looks like a knockout.
That's my dog. What's up? You want to put $10 on that one? You got Sadiq. I got Diego. I got the minus 144 on Diego.
All right, I'll bet you $10. I'll take Sadiq.
Now this is another big one on the prelim that I'd love to see. Holly Holmes and Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, Holly Holmes is definitely the funnest girl to watch fight, I'd say. Most fun.
The preacher's daughter! But Holly been here. This is nothing for her.
Preacher, what kind of Nikes you got? I'm not gas out some flip flops.
Hey, guy, this God given.
God made flippy flat.
We're doing better Nikes on my feet. Bro, but Kayla she looked good like on her weight cut, but I never seen her so skinny. Seen her
Yeah.
compete at like 155,
Did she
150.
compete at 150? Did they have? Or no, she probably did 145 at PFL, right?
No, I'm almost.
I heard she
yeah.
did 155 for judo though.
Yeah,
She's a
she's a
big
big girl. And I know you get the J, but you're so dehydrated. You're cutting all that.
I saw the dude posted a comment on her playing video, and she's flexing, and he's like, he yanked from her and tear my shit clean off. She is jacked, dude. She definitely got away with taking a lot of juice in her day.
Yeah.
You don't look like that
Yeah,
as a
you
girl.
just don't.
But I don't really get, like, I guess she's betting on herself kind of coming to the UFC, because why wouldn't she just hang out at the PFL and make $1 million forever fighting lesser competition?
I mean, she lost.
And having-
I've been asking myself that. It's just clout, I think, and
She
just
lost
like
$1 million.
endorsement
You're
opportunities.
just
and
going
shit.
for accolades at that point in your career. She's rich, probably. And,
Yeah.
and Holly Holm is a good name to fight.
Coming
To
in.
that. But
Coming
Dana
in.
might have gave her the bag, but I don't see how much money. Like, I saw Sean Strickland. He was offered to fight someone on 10 days notice recently. They offered him 150 and 150 to fight on 10 days notice. And it's like, suck me.
Yeah, suck me hard, daddy.
150 grand to cut 50 pounds and
Yeah.
make weight and shit.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I think I'll take Holly Holm. Fuck it. Like,
Dude, I already punched Holly. That's my bitch. I think Kayla I think Kayla gets it done, but I wouldn't be shocked if Holly pulled this.
I just don't know any girl that hits that like a kickbox like freaking Holly
Holly
Holm.
Holm. I agree.
Did she be training with John Jones and all them boys over at
You know him, he beats the fuck out of girls. I'm just kidding, John. I'm just kidding, John. I love you.
Yeah.
John is here.
He released the footage from you see what happened?
Yeah.
So
The
John
bitch
Jones.
dapped him up and gave him a hug.
Yeah. She
Dumb
called the
boy.
cops saying that he was threatening her and shit.
Yeah, I would have.
Joke's funnier if he actually hit her.
She
Yeah.
high fives him on the way out.
That's fire.
Thanks for the
Such a
pitch,
high
Shane.
five. All right, Holly there. Then we got what? Calvin and Aljo, boy.
He must be torn between that. We got the
Yo.
Yeah, you could tear me up. I'm a big Boston guy.
We love. I mean, we
You know the card.
ball cartel shirts. We
Yeah,
fucking
those
made
are our dogs.
Calvin the head of our.
Bob Grant and fucking our boy Calvin.
I just feel like if Aljo gets on him, he's gonna choke him out.
Calvin's the dog. I'm tired of niggas sleeping on Calvin, yo. I'm telling you, bro. We could double or nothing that one too.
All right, I'll put 20 or nothing on
Alright.
that.
I'll put 5, motherfucker.
Sorry, we're recording, Slim. You
God.
didn't like the movie?
Did you see that layup that LeBron had last night?
J. Cole. They should do a little rapper prelim card in there.
Hell yeah.
Fire. They just walk him out to the diss track.
Oh shit.
Hey, yo, look.
I'm here for that.
Got my man with me.
Everyone's got 10 seconds of cardio from drinking lean and shit.
Yeah, me.
But, I don't know. I think I definitely got Aljo. I love Aljo going up to 45. I mean, there was really nothing left for him at 35. I think the division's kind of moved on without him. You know, you got Corey Sandhagen chomping at the bit for a belt there. That's probably the next fight, right?
The next fight, I think Corey Sandhagen's fighting that.
Or no, it's obviously Marab. Yeah.
Yeah. Marab's getting the title shot against our boy.
And Aljo won't fight Marab, so what else do you do other than go to
You have to
135?
go up or
145?
cut to 125. You fucking psycho.
And
Well,
maybe he's not as chinny at 145. That's why I think, like, we think, Aljo got knocked out by Sugar Sean, maybe.
Yeah, but you must have forgot.
Yeah.
Haters. Oh,
Pause.
No, I lied.
menopause, nigga.
Like,
Calvin Cater's a
Continue.
dog.
Yeah.
Check hook.
I mean, he doesn't get knocked out, that's for sure.
Yeah. Max embarrassed him, but don't get me wrong. Everybody comes better after you fight Max.
Max embarrasses a lot of people,
Yeah.
too.
So if you fight Max, you come back better than you were. That's how life goes. Look at Ortega. Look at Calvin Cater.
Poirier.
Look at those guys. I forgot they fought at 145.
And that's
so
the
weird.
thing, too. So,
Like
I'm
2013.
not going to get the Max fight till we get there. I want to skip around. So,
Yeah.
You got Calvin, I got. All right, so we're beefing on a lot of these fights, honestly. So then we got the main event of the prelims. We got ex-champ coming off a weird shoulder surgery and lost to Aspraya. And he's fighting another guy coming off a big injury.
Alexander
Rakic, probably power for power,
You
best
actually
body in the
beat him
UFC.
Dude, nah, he's like third team all body. Nah, he's first team.
At least first team full body.
Yeah, he's like,
Good fight.
him and Paulo, get me going.
I think he's. Nah, I don't know.
Go.
Like, yeah, he's only been doing MMA for 4 years.
Oh well, you're the best, right? Let's see
Yeah.
it, Bo Nickel.
I mean, he fought that little dude that got knocked out recently. The guy that was a landscaper.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Like you can't give him somebody like Sean Strickland, or you can't give him top 10 guys, but you got to give him substance. A guy that has fucking a couple wins.
After he wins this fight, he has to fight a ranked fighter.
I'm telling you, I'd beat the fuck out of at least the 3 of the guys he fought. I'd whoop their fucking asses.
You would have definitely beat the guy in his contender series
Yeah.
fights.
I mean, the last guy was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the last guy hits hard as hell. He got a UFC contract because he said he was going to fight Bo Nickel, right?
Jack Hermanson, you could give him. Brendan Allen, you can give him.
Jack Hermanson would be a great one.
Marvin Vittori,
Marvin Vittori, yeah.
Jared Cannonier. Give him some good guys. You don't need to give him Rob Whitaker, the Chimaevs, the fucking.
Yeah, I want to see what he's got.
What's boy that beats Sean Strickland? I always forget his name. Dricus Duplessis.
Yeah, Drake is.
Dricus.
Yeah, but then who do you see? I would love to see Robert Whitaker, Bo Nickel.
Dude, Robert Whitaker, Chimaev got announced.
How do you feel about that, man?
Dude, I'm on this guy's nuts. Chimaev's nuts hard. But Bob Whitaker?
Yeah, I mean, after his performance against Usman and his performance against Gilbert Burns, I don't know. I think
He could be beat.
I think Whitaker could beat him.
That's all that was shown, that
His
Chimaev can
striking
be
is
beat.
pretty terrible.
He's not, this indestructible guy that everybody thought he was. There's another one for you.
No, but I think Chimaev probably. I think his striking's pretty awful. And I think Whitaker.
He hits hard enough to drop people. He fucking dropped that one
Burns.
submission guy before Burns. Garchon, he's like that submission guy.
He fought Dan Hooker too, right?
No,
No.
Dan Hooker's like fucking 80 pounds lighter than
Oh,
that guy.
Islam was the one that carried Dan Hooker, right?
Yeah, come
He
on.
fought Korean Zombie.
Dan
Or,
Hooker's becoming
not
one of my
Korean
favorite
Zombie.
fighters.
What's the Chinese dude that he picked up and carried across the cage?
Song Yudong?
Yeah. Remember he picked him up, carried him over
Oh,
to
Hamzat.
Dana?
Oh, yeah.
Song Yadong.
No, Song Yudong's a 40-35er. He just lost to Peter Yan. The Leech.
Yeah, who the fuck's his name?
The Leech. I'll figure it out by
You
the end of
fucked him
this.
up.
That's my dog, though. I love that motherfucker. What's our next fight?
Who do you got in that?
What fight?
The first, Bo Nickel.
Come on, bro. I got no pickle, bro. Mine is 2,800 or
You think
whatever it
submission or
is.
knockout?
Probably a little ground and pound.
You think TKO?
Yeah, TKO.
That'd be hard. Just mount him and fuck him up.
Lee Jingling.
Lee Jingling. Jingling these
That's right,
nuts.
Jingling in your mouth. Yeah, I got no Bickle in that one for sure. There's no way he could lose. I mean, there is way, but come on, let's be.
Cody Brundage beat Tyrese Gore.
Okay, I know Tyrese Gore. He fought before.
He was supposed to fight Bo Nickel, and then he dropped out.
No Bickle.
Trayshawn Gore.
Trayshawn Gore, yeah.
I would have liked that fight. That would have been fun. At least a little bit of a test.
I would have cried a little bit. But
Fuck that.
you know how it goes, dog.
So, I don't like really talking about this because now we're getting personal.
Yeah.
We got fucking Charles Oliveira versus Armin Tsuzuki Sauce.
Armand Terzuki. You know, it's a hard one for me because, you know, we're so biased on this one because Charles is my favorite UFC fighter in the world.
Yeah, I mean, they both knocked out Dariush in round 1. and Matt Frivola. Steamroller. So he really hasn't really beaten anyone. Charles, this is his first real test.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta just get my surprise out. Put it in the dryer.
Pot him by myself, so...
By myself.
Yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good time in the past 3 years. I miss potting. Shout out to Slim for putting this together.
Shout out to Slim for putting this together. I don't know if you're on camera here.
Bringing the boys back. Do Bronx, Saracuta, São Paulo.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. The champ has his name, and his name is Charles Oliveira.
Where's my rock? Give me a rock. Yeah, do you think you think that you can become a jiu-jitsu champ without being autistic?
No, you gotta have a little bit of autism somewhere.
Because Justin Gaethje is also severely autistic.
Yeah,
it seems
yeah.
like.
Yeah. And Max Holloway is just a nerd, so I love them both. So.
I don't know, man. I mean,
who are you taking in that Oliveira?
So when we last potted, Charles had just beaten Tony Ferguson.
Wow.
So since we last parted, Charles has slowly become both of our favorite
favorite
fighters.
fighters,
If you
I
guys
think,
didn't know, so
He put down
Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, back to back to back.
Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje.
Justin
Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje.
Remember Johnson said that was the hardest he ever been hit.
Yeah.
I hope he knocks this motherfucker out.
Me
I don't care.
too, yo!
Don't play with this fool.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Ain't that? It made a noise.
Yeah, where's the drops?
Yeah, we're going Charles. I don't care what anybody says. Armin
And he beat Dariush. We forgot to say that.
Armin got probably 55-45 to me. It's gonna be a good one.
They had 3
Hang on
rounds.
to your seats.
I wish it was
ladies
5
and
rounds.
gentlemen. Oh, dude, if it was 5 rounds, fucking no difference. He's finishing it in 2.
Oh, what plus or yes or no? Yes. Yes minus 200. No plus 200. Charlie gets knocked, shakes his head, and lays down in guard.
That's minus 200 easy. Charles has to get hit to get in the fight. You know those guys? My kind of guys?
Yeah.
You gotta get hit in
Like
the
when
face.
Chandler had him and he was on all fours just going like this.
Yeah, fucked.
And we were freaking out.
We thought the same thing that happened to Dan Hooker was gonna happen to him. So we got Charles in that one. So on our third,
Don't listen. That's not betting advice.
Yeah, this is for the heart. You know, if you ask me if the Steelers are gonna win on Sunday, I'm gonna say yeah.
That is crazy,
17 weeks every.
Because
single
you and me were
time.
talking, because we were like, we were in the last pod, we were like, like everyone still thinks that Charles Oliveira's quitting him, and Michael Chandler thinks he's gonna break him.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He
Who
broke
got
him.
broke, nigga?
He broke him and got
Who
knocked out.
broke? Shit, The Shape of Water or whatever.
Shape of water.
Yeah,
So we're taking Charles Oliveira.
all day.
It's not gambling.
Now what is it, the women fight or is it the BMF fight?
Oh, you mean the bathroom break?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, what? The women fight.
We got
Smoke break.
We got smoke a blunt. Is that the next fight? You know, guess who headlined UFC 100?
Guess who headlined?
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz?
Conor McGregor.
He wasn't even known in UFC.
John Fitch.
Fitch!
Most boring fighter ever.
Jesus
He had a
Christ.
draw with.
Who the fuck is that guy?
But you had then you had GSP, Thiago, Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, Mark Coleman, Stefan Bonner, Jim Miller.
He's been fighting for fucking ever.
Yeah, he was the first prelim on UFC 100.
Wow.
And now he's a prelim. The first prelim on UFC
Legend.
300.
Prelim fucking icon.
Legendary journeyman, dude.
So who do you got in the 2 women?
I don't fucking know. Dude.
Zhang Wei Li or Jan Xiaonan?
Misha Tate, Amanda Nunez headlined UFC.
So we're gonna just skip over this woman fight. BMF title. Who do you got?
I think Zhang Wei Li.
By KO. Me too. Next
I
fight.
bet you the Chinese girl wins.
High five, make it hard. Clip it.
Do you think they're only doing that fight on UFC 300 so all the fucking Chinese people buy the pay-per-view?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
just like Bo Nickel being on the main card.
Yeah, well, it's cool to see
Pander versus-
chicks get their what's due. You know, a lot of women.
Dana White wants to be Mr.
Bodies
Big.
on the
Oh,
right
I'm not
list.
viable. Now he's pandering to the Chinese fucking audience. Cock.
Yeah.
ESPN.
You know,
Yeah, it is ESPN.
pressure makes diamonds.
That Disney
And I
got
love
that
pressure.
money.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
Check Tuesday.
Okay, so
BMF title, baby.
BMF title.
Baddest mother fingerer. Who fingers mom's the best?
I mean, I expected Dustin Poirier to beat Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje knocked him out.
Yeah, but you got Max
And
against
Dustin,
Dustin.
I hate playing that game a lot where, you know, how everyone plays that game like this guy beat up this guy, so he would beat up this guy.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
That never works.
Yeah.
With that mindset, for
Cool.
sure.
In other sports, right, you'd be like, oh, this team beat this team last week. They're hot, whatever, yeah.
And it applies to other sports too, but especially applies to fighting.
So Dustin Poirier got knocked out by Justin Gaethje, and Dustin Poirier beat up Max Holloway.
Yeah, you can't look at it like that. I'm done looking at it like that. I
Yeah.
lost too much money looking at it like that.
Anyways, Justin by finish.
Justin Gaethje, you have an under. Is that 5 rounds? This is for a belt?
It's for the BMF belt.
So 5 rounds.
You couldn't even win a belt they made you.
Hey, what the belt they made for you?
Come on, dog.
That
How
was
long has this belt been a thing? The BFF
Nate
belt?
Diaz, Jorge
3 years.
Masvidal was the first one. Yeah.
It's 6:02, boys. I don't know if we want to move over.
We got 2 more fights to go over.
Well, one now.
Let's go over.
Yeah, let's finish. All right, so main event.
No, Max Justin.
Oh, Max Justin, who I got? I got Justin Gaethje as well. I don't think Max Holloway could hurt Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, same. I think those leg kicks become
I'm going to say that on my chest.
And
Can you win without hurting someone?
by the
Yeah,
5th
you do a
round,
decision.
we're gonna just be like, all right, come on, just Max, give up. I feel like.
But then it's like,
But if he knocks him out,
all I've
let's
been
do
hearing
it.
is all these little faggot... Oh.
For go. He said for go.
Thank you. We have...
Thank you, Magic Spoon.
I have a career now. I hate these freaking casuals
Yeah.
that are saying, oh, the leg kicks, Justin Gaethje should be leg kicks. Ever heard of Jose Aldo?
Yeah.
And Max Holloway beat the shit out of him.
Twice.
You think you can't take a leg kick?
Yeah.
So shut the hell up. Max Holloway's still him. But going up in weight against a guy that knocks out 55ers is a big ask.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't turn into like a Tony Ferguson situation where he just punishes fucking
Rest in
Max.
peace. Still, the shots fired, screams in my head. I got a rest in peace, Daddy Tat, and he ain't even dead. Ugh.
One thing before we go over the main event, things that have changed, things that haven't changed since the last pod. Michael Chandler is still trying to fight Conor McGregor. Tony Ferguson still hasn't won.
Since our last pod. Marab still hasn't got a title shot.
John Jones still in trouble for drug tests.
Yeah, John Jones is still failing drug tests, isn't getting in trouble for domestic abuse, or stuff like that. What else has been taking forever to happen?
Things that change. I mean, Sugar Sean was just coming off suspension our last pod, just back in the UFC.
Clip it. Just getting off suspension. And now look at him. He's a fucking champ of the world. Knocked out Aljo. Aljo coming off that knockout loss too might be something. Calvin hits that motherfucker.
I feel like it has to kind of do with the weight cut. Though. You don't think it has to do with the weight cut at all?
Oh, maybe. Tomato, potato, you know? It could be a bunch of things. You never know, but he still lost.
And so we both got Justin Gaethje. So on the main card, we're kind of aligned.
Yeah.
We're just beefing on every prelim.
Yeah, every prelim we're beefing. And we're briefing on this main event.
Makes for good podcasting.
We're not beefing. I'm right.
Feel that, Tiff?
Sounds like my side chick.
All right, so main event.
I don't have a side chick. That was a joke to be funny.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
This is not real.
Uh-oh. Gonna hear about that one. Anyways.
If you made it this far in the pod, respect.
Yeah. Respect, Fam. Famo. I appreciate the running. Here we go. Jamal, Sweet Dreams Hill. Alex Potan Pereira.
Jotana, baby.
Jotana Potana. I'm rocking with Sweet Dreams, bro. I know we got the Achilles tear and shit.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
I stood this
He should come out to that. Let me call him, because that's my
opportunity.
I think they have sweet dreams.
We have a minute left on the recording. You guys want to pivot? It's good timing.
Yeah, let's go to Patreon.
Okay.